and pastry is very important to us as an HM student, and also ari na to may bawaan ang kanang different kanang bread, ari na to may bawaan ang different drinks, and ari na to may bawaan ang different tools and equipments that kanang use in order to have a good and delicious product, pastry products.
For me personally, I'm not a fan of baking, but as soon as bread and pastry was introduced to us, it has given me interest in baking. I was given the chance to learn ingredients, tools, the making method, and on how a specific dough could be that important.
This subject taught us how to make bread and pastry products properly, and also it helps us on how to achieve the perfect pastry product that we desired.
So bread and pastry has nurtured my creativity and sparked my curiosity and taught me the value of discipline and practice.
In bread and pastry production, I realized that everything should be in exact tools and ingredients if you want to achieve a perfect pastry product, and also how to become creative and a critical thinker.
In my experience, accurate measuring of ingredients is essential for producing high-quality baked goods and breads. You need to be very patient when measuring, mixing, and cooking baked products. To have the will to accomplish a project, you need to be in a positive frame of mind. Moreover, precise tools and equipment are necessary for producing high-quality products.
The most valuable and important thing that I got to learn in this subject, bread and pastry, is how to make everything exact and accurate. And measurement is really important before, during the process, and up to the end of your bread and pastry.
This subject really helped me a lot, especially when measuring the ingredients that I need in baking, and also the process and everything that I need so that my products or goods will be tasty and presentable.
My learnings is to have patience and to measure the right amount of ingredients in making bread and pastry products. One mistake can ruin your product.
So, hi ma'am. For me, ma'am, my unforgettable moments in this subject is that katong mag-answer miss imuhang mga oral questions, ma'am. Kay sa unang, ma'am, wala ko'y confidence nga mo speak sa public. But after ato, dito na ko nakakuha confidence nga kung anday kaya din ako day nga mo istorya sa dagang tao. And thanks to you, ma'am. And that's all.
As you can see, my learnings about the subjects was more on the moments that I shared with my classmates, groupmates, and to you, Ma'am Jeanette Fajardo. We learned how to be independent, we survive the things, and also we develop confidence within ourselves. And then also we learn how to appreciate things and to manage our time properly. And it was fun.
Bread and pastry production. We all know nga unsa ni ka importante ang kaning nga subject para namo mga HM students, and I'm proud to say nga daghan kog nakatunan ani nga subject under nimo Miss Ma'am Junit Pardo during kanang oral participation.
All throughout the lesson, I have gained a deep understanding of the various types of bread and pastries that has equipped me with the skills necessary in baking. So overall, it was a good, fun, and knowledgeable experience for me, interacting with my classmates and of course, learning from our teacher.
So sa bread and pastry is na iba ko ako nga surgical high sa bread and pastry, and also naka-experience me na mahimo og isa ka donut.
I've learned a lot of challenges when it comes to baking. Kung unsay mga saktong process para ma-achieve nako ang saktong consistency. This subject taught me a lot nga dapat taas kong pasensya and then just trust the process.
I have learned that it is important to acquire knowledge in baking, especially about the ingredients and measurements in order to achieve the best result. And I also have learned that bread and pastry have a lot of career opportunities.
This subject taught me a lot of lessons and also makes me more knowledgeable with the course. And it will make me become a better individual in the near future once I will use this course to become my profession.
Overall, I can say that one of my unforgettable learnings in bread and pastry was to realize how important it is to know the exact process, the exact step of making pastries and bread. Because I genuinely believe that no matter how high quality the ingredients that you are going to use in your pastries or bread and so forth, but if you don't know or if you don't have any idea what are the steps, the right process on how to making those things, then it'll be all useless. Because as what Mr. Gordon Ramsay said, one of the famous chefs in the entire world, the secret recipe is the right process to make it.
So, Sa bread and pastry, nakaibaw mi kung sa ang kalahian sa bread and pastry. Laylay sa mixture, laylay sa texture sa bread and pastry. Kung sa po ang gamiton, kung sa pag-bake, kung sa pag-laminate, kung sa pag-non-laminated. So, nakaibaw mi kung sa materials gamiton, kung sa equipment gamiton, kung sa harina gamiton, kung sa flavor gamiton, kung sa texture gamiton, kung sa mixture buhaton. No, dali jud mi na sa bread and pastry.
In our daily sessions in this subject, I have learned the various types of bread and pastries and the job opportunities that I can pursue after college. I was also able to equip skills that are necessary for baking. In our sessions, it was indeed a great experience. It was really exciting and enjoyable throughout our discussion.
My learnings about in baking delicious baked in pastry is learn more about the ingredients, how to proper kneading and give enough time for the rising of the yeast, controlling the temperature, use an essential techniques in baking, measure it accurately, and understand your oven. And feel free to get creative while being patient. So I've learned that it is very essential to know in mastering the basics of bakings, including the understanding of ingredients, to know the different measurements and various techniques of bakings for us to be able to avoid unsuccessful products. Thank you.
Bread and pastry. So this subject is a kind of challenging but a fun thing to do. It made us experience a lot of things that we haven't experienced before, especially doing all kind of techniques and the things that is needed, especially on doing or baking goods.
I'm very grateful to the skills and knowledge that you provided us, because I know that in the future that this passive communication and impromptu communication while under your subject is something that we can use in the future, especially when we engage in a real workplace. So I'm very thankful and I'm very proud to be under your management, to learn from you.
I've learned a lot from the subject, especially on oral and on-hand activities. I've got to experience a lot of things nga wa ko kabalo nga ma-experience na ko in this subject.
For me, I learned a lot on these subjects. It improves my knowledge and skills from oral recitations to activities.
What I have learned is that learning takes time. That's why making a dough takes more time.
This subject enables me to persevere and strive further, especially as a first-time baker. This also teaches me life lessons or important life lessons nga di jud pwede magtanga-tanga, di jud pwede magpabaya, dapat sakto sa timbang og oras ang imong ihatag niya. Sa pagbake di ay.
I had great experience in our bread and pastry class with Ma'am Fajardo.
Despite not having access to a baking lab, Ma'am Fajardo encouraged us to explore different ways to apply what we've learned.
Also, my group mates made the experience even more rewarding as we worked together to finish our weekly tasks.
I want to thank Ma'am Fajardo for her guidance and her commitment to teaching us everything we need to know about the course.
The bread and pastry subject was one of the most fun and exciting of all subjects. I learned some new recipes. Cooking and baking are now two of my hobbies, and doing it with my groupmates was more fun.
Bread and pastry gives a basic and new learnings in our school, our home, and in also our profession to become a chefs, whatever, and basic necessities towards ourselves in discipline and in a hospitality industry. And I've learned a lot of things that we should always be proud and productive to ourselves and our co-classmates, so that we can enjoy our different types of skills.
Exploring bread and pastry has been a rewarding journey, deepening my appreciation for the precision and skill in baking. I've enjoyed experimenting with flavors to create a delicious treats and learning about the cultural and historical significance of these culinary delights. It has been a delightful and creative experience that has fueled my passion for cooking.
As a hospitality student, I can say that bread and pastry is one of the most challenging part. What I have learned is you need to be extra careful, especially at the measurement. The reading procedure is a must.
I can say that bread and pastry subject is one of the most exciting subjects in our classroom. It's because we did cooking and baking, especially we did it by group, and it made us socialize to our groups and be united with our groups.